Hi Lynn, hi everybody. I am Nicole, Nikki, or Nick, and I am the antisocial auntie. And it has been a minute since I've been here. Allergies hit me harder this season than it has in a long time, but I'm medicated right now, so let's see if I can get through just a few projects that I finally finished before I start sneezing again. All right, so we'll start with knits, and I have finished the Dragon Tail Cowl by Hunt Hand Knits. This is a DK weight pattern using a US 3 or 3.25 millimeter for the ribbing and a US 5 for a 3.75 millimeter for the rest of the body. There is two charts with this. It's very easy to follow if you can see properly without having watery eyes. But the one has the flipped version of the other colors, meaning the dragon has the dark blocks in one, but the other pattern, the dark dragon, has the light blocks. So whatever, you don't have to stop and think, okay, the dark yarn is the light blocks. She has both. All of them should be like that. Seriously, every chart. And I've been practicing doing color work this year because I really want to make a sweater that is color work, and I just needed to make sure I could do it without too much struggle. Other than that, the typical thing of I had the US size 3 needles in the bag with the yarn bands. They were irritating me, so I put them in another bag, which was probably in another bag and then put into a box somewhere. So this part was done with a 9-inch circular needle with double pointed needles as well. It got very, very stabby at the end, but it should block out just fine. But yeah, that was an experience, but it's time to get this done. I need to block it out and then it'll be ready for fall. And since that was finished, I pulled out another one of my whips. I'm not really a shawl person. I only have one, but this one is called the Festival of Stitches shawl. It was a knit along, but I don't ever do those. I always wait till the pattern's done. And this is using fingering weight yarns. It does recommend having 3 different colors, all that are just tonals, but I can't do that. That's boring. So I went and found 2 of my louder, well, one really loud one that I had in my stash. And then this green one fades into a pink and then back into a green. Then I did purchase the silver to go with it. So I did have to actually buy one, but 2 of them are out of my stash. And after having the triangle done, this is the first part. Now I'll be working on taking this sideways out to make this a rectangle shawl. And this has mosaic knitting as part of the pattern. And I've never done that. So I wanted to go ahead and try that. Again, with the color work, I just want to see if I can do, well, not if I can do it, if just I actually enjoy doing it. So that will be worked on the rest. Now that the other one's done, this is my next project to work on. So it's a Festival of Stitches. The pattern is by Lisa Hands, and it's using, they call it to use a US size 4 or a 3.5 millimeter needle set, but I'm using a US size 5 just because I want a little bit more drape with it. That is a 3.75 millimeter. Yeah. So Festivals of Stitches will be my second shawl ever, but this one will be more like a scarf, so that's how I justify it. The other one is my nighttime reading shoulder blanket. That's how I justify that. And then this little guy is the one crochet that I did. This took a while, not just with the stitches, but just because of an injury of my wrist when I was in 8th grade. It takes me a while to do the crochet compared to knitting. So this is a Snuggle Slug, and it is a pattern by StitchSisterCo, and she has a YouTube tutorial on how to do the regular sized one. This is the jumbo, and in the pattern there is also a pocket one that I will definitely be doing one of those soon. So this one I used an 8 millimeter for the body, 7 millimeter hooks for the head. I added 2 rows for one of the eye stalks because that's funny to me. I think it's adorable that way. Her pattern also has you using fur on the bottom, but I just wanted to stick with the Bernat Baby Blanket Sparkle. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in there, but yeah, it's the sparkly kind because slugs are slimy. So I thought the sparkly would work. This was also done as a crochet along for Lynn at Lynn Penguin. I think it's Lynn Penguin's Crochet. I will put a link below. And she was having her birthday crochet along, and it was for the whole birthday month of April, something pink. She had prompts every week, but I just told her I'm slow. I can't finish anything in a week. So I want to go ahead and do this for the whole month. So that was it. So the Snuggle Slug, and this one's mine. This one's staying with me. The next one I'm going to do is going to have crochet eyes, and then I'm going to try embroider eyes to see which of them I like better before I start giving them away randomly to people, because I think some of my friends need one of those in their mailbox, you know? Just everyone needs a Snuggle Slug. Yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, okay. So before I start sneezing again, you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming. And just remember, Aunt Nikki loves you, even though you're very far away. So sleep sweet, take care, and I'll see you again real soon. Okay? Bye.